Interesting concept is in the resurrection of the earthly ones, the ones that don't have the heavenly resurrection during the 1,000 years, reference Revelation chapter 20, Acts 24:15. Will they be resurrected without clothing, such as Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, my grandparents, my mom, Anne Frank. I want to say her name's Diary of Anne Frank, but it's not. Anne Frank. I'm an idiot. I think I said last year. I'm like, what's her name? What's her first last name? Diary of Anne Frank. It's almost like the book is her name. Harriet Tubman. There you go. Barack Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton. I meant to say Oprah Winfrey, but Hillary came out of my mouth for some reason. Will they be resurrected without clothing? Will they be resurrected in the total nude? I suspect so. I suspect so. I suspect so. Now, if Jehovah God doesn't want them to, that he can have them come back with clothing or covering. He sure can. I don't think he's going to, as it started out with Adam and Eve. Will people throughout the 1,000-year reign not wear clothing any longer than necessary? Probably not. I think humans, they'll make clothes, they'll wear garments. A lot of the daily living I don't have figured out during the 1,000 years. In terms of, I don't even know like how writing new books. Will you use like modern printing presses? Will the New World Translation Bible still be printed the way it is today? Will it still be used on the JW Library app? And you would think too, during the 1,000 years, people won't really be in a hurry. I don't think they'll be in a hurry for anything unless there's a situation with some of the unrighteous resurrected. Acts 24, verse 15, unless they're about to get in a scuffle and it's got to be prevented. You may be in a hurry to prevent a scuffle or something, or prevent something, maybe. That's another thought. I think there's going to be a lot of preparation for, clothing in sync with the amount of ones that'll be resurrected and the clothing to be ready to be provided for them. But I do think, so when they come back without clothing, I suspect it won't be for very long. Unless something is in a way we don't anticipate, the merge, the days and weeks before the end of the Great Tribulation to the start of the 1,000 years, and then however early into the 1,000 years the resurrection starts. And that's another thing. Jehovah God is such an orderly, happy God. He may not even start the resurrection after the Great Tribulation during the 1,000 years until there's a period of preparation completed. Some people may be preparing clothing, preparing things for the resurrected ones. And think about something that's on my mind in regard to that dynasty of David in 2 Samuel chapter 7. So I anticipate, unless I'm badly mistaken, I anticipate David, the king before Solomon's father, to be resurrected here, not in the former Mount Zion or Jerusalem. So there'd be a lot of, I don't know how all that's going to get laid out. He whether or not he lives right in the heart of it, well, he'll be in or near the capital. The capital is here, apparently. As sinful as I am. But when push comes to shove, am I any more sinful than Solomon and David put together? In that regard, maybe less. In regard to some of the things Solomon did. But I'm a fleshly, sinful man like Solomon and David. Very much so. And that's where I keep myself balanced out in the view of Jesus Christ. In some cases, I may be more like him than I know, and I, for some reason, don't focus on that much, or almost don't like to, almost like I'm not worthy to. This perfect man who never got drunk, as far as we know, never ejaculated, never masturbated, definitely never had sex. Now, when he was 12 to 14, did he experiment with himself on getting erections? Maybe, or a morning erection. Did he ever wet dream? We don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Did he ever have a dream about a sexual dream? I don't know. Did John the Baptist? I don't know. I don't know. They don't have to overly think about it, but just the concept there shows how sinless they were. Sinless would be Jesus Christ. I guess next to him, the next human, the least sinful would be John the Baptist, and he only got to, in my mind, from what the scriptures say, or from what Jesus Christ said. And apparently, even John the Baptist is not going to be sitting on the throne when he's resurrected. He may be to a degree. He may be, if there's like sub-governors under the king on earth, under the heavenly kingdom, he very well could, he'll have an elevated position. But I don't think even he will be the main king on earth. Or I don't think so. Because I like to give this joke over what Jesus Christ said about his cousin and baptizer, John. I like to say, like, during the resurrection, it's like whoever's sitting on the throne is the chieftain or the king. It's like, we might be like, we move aside, get off the throne, take the crown off your head. John's resurrected. He's back. Here you go. It's yours. You better than David, man. You better than Solomon. I don't know if you're better than the Apostle Paul after he quit being known as Saul. Oh, that's a tough one. The Apostle Paul, I'm about to get tears in my eyes. Boy, I think after the Apostle Paul converted, he is less of a sinner than Peter, in my mind. And he wrote the majority of the Greek scriptures.